Imagine waking up every morning with energy that doesn't fade after a couple of hours, joints that feel looser and less achy, and a clear mind that doesn't betray you every time you walk into a room. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the thing. For many seniors, that dream feels more and more out of reach as the years go by. The culprit? It's often hidden in plain sight: refined carbs and sugar. Yes, those sneaky sweeteners and starchy foods we've come to rely on can silently drain your energy, expand your waistline, fire up inflammation in your joints, and even cloud your memory. But don't lose hope. Today we're diving into 10 incredible foods that can transform the way you feel, whether you're 60, 70, or beyond. Stick around to the end because food number 10 is something a lot of folks ignore these days, yet it could be a game changer for your health. Before we jump in, be sure to click that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and let me know in the comments below. What's one food you absolutely know you should quit but just can't seem to let go of? For me, it was pastries. Let me tell you, saying goodbye to those fluffy croissants wasn't easy, but my body sure thanks me for it now. I'll be checking the comments to see what your tough-to-quit foods are, so don't be shy. Now let's dive right into our top 10 superfoods for seniors. Each one low in carbs, sugar-free, and packed with the nutrients your body truly needs as you age. Let's start with something that changed my life the moment I took it seriously: wild-caught salmon. It's often pricier than farm-raised fish, but this isn't just about taste. It's about packing your diet with potent omega-3 fatty acids that support the brain in ways you can actually feel. If you've been noticing little memory slips, or you simply want to keep your cognitive gears turning smoothly, this pink-hued fish might be your new best friend. The omega-3s help tame inflammation, which is a huge culprit behind that morning stiffness or the soreness you get after a day of chores. Plus, salmon is pure protein, so there's no need to worry about hidden sugars messing with your blood sugar levels. One of my favorite ways to prepare it is to pan-sear a fillet in a dab of olive oil until the skin turns crispy, then sprinkle a bit of lemon juice and dill on top. The flavor is so satisfying that you won't even miss all those carb-heavy sides you might have leaned on in the past. And here's a bonus for those of us who like to keep our skin looking healthy. The antioxidant called astaxanthin, which gives salmon its pinkish color, can support skin elasticity and might even help reduce fine lines over time. Now, you might have been told to avoid fats like the plague. I know I was. There was a time when we all thought low-fat automatically meant healthy. But times have changed, and we now understand that not all fats are created equal. Avocados, for example, are brimming with the kind of fats your heart actually loves. Monounsaturated fats can help maintain healthy cholesterol levels, which is huge if you're aiming to keep your ticker strong into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. These creamy fruits, yes, fruits, are also surprisingly high in potassium, more than bananas in fact, so if you're looking to keep your blood pressure in check, a daily avocado can lend a big helping hand. The best part is they have almost zero carbs and no added sugar, so you won't get those blood sugar spikes that leave you feeling sluggish. Personally, I like to mash half an avocado onto a slice of low-carb toast with a sprinkle of sea salt and maybe a squeeze of fresh lime. It tastes indulgent, but it's actually a powerhouse of fiber, vitamins, and healthy fats that keep you satisfied for hours. Another nutrition hero that's been misunderstood for years is the humble egg. If you've spent part of your life avoiding eggs because of cholesterol worries, let me share something that truly surprised me. Eggs aren't the villains many once believed them to be. They're actually one of the most nutrient-dense foods around, filled with high-quality protein that keeps your muscles strong and your belly satisfied. As we age, maintaining muscle mass is crucial for staying independent, and eggs can definitely help with that. Even better, they're rich in choline, a nutrient many seniors lack, which is linked to better memory and cognitive function. That little jolt of forgetfulness we get when we walk into a room and say, "Now why did I come in here?" may well be a sign we need more choline in our diet. And let's not forget that yolks, long demonized for their fat content, actually house the bulk of an egg's vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, which can be hard to get enough of through sunlight alone. My go-to is a quick veggie omelet, folded over with spinach and tomatoes, topped with a bit of grated cheese or fresh herbs. It's a fast, zero-sugar, almost zero-carb meal that can keep you going through a busy morning. That brings us to one of my all-time favorite greens: spinach. Don't let its humble appearance fool you. Spinach is like nature's multivitamin in leaf form. It's loaded with vitamins A, C, and K, all of which contribute to better vision, a stronger immune system, and improved bone health. If you've been feeling a bit low on energy, spinach's iron content might give you just the lift you need. Remember, many seniors who think they're just feeling old might actually be low in certain nutrients like iron or magnesium, both of which spinach can help replenish. And since it's practically carb-free and has no sugar to speak of, it fits seamlessly into a diet that aims to keep blood sugar steady. One of the simplest ways I incorporate spinach is to sauté it with garlic and olive oil. Another easy trick is blending a handful of fresh spinach into a smoothie with some Greek yogurt, berries, and water or milk of your choice. You'll hardly taste the spinach, but your body will definitely thank you for it. Speaking of Greek yogurt, did you know that the fruit-flavored varieties often pack more sugar than your favorite candy bar? That was a shocker to me when I first started reading labels closely. Plain, full-fat Greek yogurt, on the other hand, is a dream food for seniors. It's creamy, filling, and absolutely packed with protein. Add in the fact that it's teeming with probiotics, which help your gut maintain healthy bacteria, and you've got a food that benefits digestion, immune function, and even mood regulation. Gut health is surprisingly linked to how we feel overall, so investing in probiotic-rich foods can pay off in multiple ways. Don't be scared off by the phrase full fat. Our brains actually need healthy fats to operate properly, especially in our senior years. I like to top my Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of cinnamon, some crushed walnuts, or even a drizzle of good quality olive oil with a pinch of salt if I'm going for a savory snack. Try it once and you'll wonder why you ever bothered with all those sugar-laden yogurt cups. And while we're talking about snacks that work for you rather than against you, let's have a moment for walnuts. These crunchy, wrinkly little morsels might not seem like much, but they're brimming with plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, and healthy fats that can help keep your heart humming along nicely. If you're dealing with that pesky inflammation that seems to intensify with age, walnuts can offer a bit of relief since those omega-3s have anti-inflammatory properties. Plus, it's a snack that requires zero prep work, which is great if you're the kind of person who needs something convenient to keep you away from the cookie jar. A handful of walnuts here and there can make a difference in curbing sugar cravings and giving you sustained energy throughout the day. Add them to a salad, toss them in your Greek yogurt, or just munch on them plain whenever you feel hungry. They're a lot more satisfying than you might expect, and they won't spike your blood sugar the way carb-heavy snacks do. Let's also talk about what many call liquid gold: extra virgin olive oil. If you've ever admired how people in Mediterranean countries seem to age gracefully and stay active well into their 80s and 90s, one big part of their secret is the liberal use of high-quality olive oil. It's filled with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats that help keep cholesterol levels in check and can even reduce inflammation. Add to that a mix of antioxidants called polyphenol, and you're looking at a simple ingredient that can protect cells from oxidative stress. Seniors are often at risk of heart-related issues, so swapping out other less beneficial oils or fats for extra virgin olive oil can make a surprisingly big impact. Drizzle it over your salads, spoon a touch onto a bowl of soup for extra richness, or use it to roast veggies like cauliflower, zucchini, or peppers. The rich flavor alone might convince you to never go back to sugary dressings or flavorless vegetable oils. For those who still think the healthiest part of the chicken is the breast, allow me to make a case for chicken thighs. Hear me out. They're cheaper, they're juicier, and they're loaded with important nutrients like iron and zinc, which can give your immune system a real boost. They also contain more natural flavor than breasts do, so you'll likely feel more satisfied after your meal. That means you won't be as tempted to snack on sugary treats later. If you buy them with the skin on, my personal recommendation, you get that delightful crispness when you bake or pan-sear them. Don't worry about the extra fat. It's actually beneficial to include moderate amounts of healthy fats as we age, especially if it helps you avoid the carb-laden side dishes that can spike your blood sugar. I like to season mine with herbs like rosemary and thyme, bake them until the skin turns golden, and serve them with a side of sautéed spinach or roasted cabbage. It's a comforting, protein-packed meal that doesn't leave me feeling bloated or weighed down. Yes, you read that right. Cabbage. I know it might conjure up memories of overboiled, bland dishes from decades ago, but cabbage can be as tasty as it is nutritious if you treat it right. It's incredibly rich in fiber and vitamins, but it's practically carb-free and has zero added sugars, which is a godsend for anyone trying to manage their weight or blood sugar. Cabbage also contains compounds that support gut health and can help reduce the kind of inflammation that leads to aches and pains. One of my absolute favorite ways to enjoy it is by roasting wedges of green or red cabbage with a drizzle of olive oil, a pinch of salt and pepper, and maybe a sprinkling of caraway seeds or garlic powder. The outer leaves get crispy, the inside turns tender, and the natural sweetness really comes through. You can also shred cabbage into salads or whip up a tangy coleslaw with a vinegar-based dressing to skip all that sugar you'd get in the standard version. It's inexpensive, filling, and versatile enough that you can change up the flavor profile however you like. Finally, let's get to the one that many people turn their noses up at: sardines. I was skeptical too at first, wondering if I'd be able to stomach the taste or get used to the tiny bones. But here's the big selling point. Sardines are loaded with omega-3s, calcium because you eat the small, soft bones, and vitamin D, which many of us lack, especially if we don't get enough sunlight. A combination of calcium and vitamin D is crucial for seniors looking to keep their bones strong and prevent falls or fractures. Sardines are also known to be lower in mercury than bigger fish like tuna, which is another plus. If you're a sardine newbie, try buying them canned in olive oil. Avoid those packed in questionable sauces. Eat them straight from the can with a squirt of lemon juice. Mash them up with a spoonful of mustard and spread them on cucumber slices, or toss them into a fresh green salad. Once you get accustomed to that briny flavor, you might be surprised by how much you enjoy their richness. And if you learn to love them, you'll be doing your health a huge favor. Now that we've uncovered these 10 foods, you might notice they share a few key traits. None are loaded with refined sugars or high in empty carbs, and each one offers its own array of vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats. Incorporating more of them into your daily meals can help stabilize your blood sugar, fight inflammation that wreaks havoc on your joints, and give your brain a steady supply of nutrients to keep you mentally sharp. You don't have to do a complete kitchen overhaul overnight. Simply start by swapping one sugary snack for a handful of walnuts or replacing one carb-heavy dinner with baked chicken thighs and roasted cabbage. Even little changes can add up over time, and the reward may be more energy, clearer thinking, and less joint pain, benefits that can genuinely transform your day-to-day life. I'm curious which one of these you find most surprising or intriguing. Maybe you never thought avocados would be so important. Or perhaps the idea of sardines on your plate is a brand new concept you're willing to try. I'd love to hear all about it, so drop a note in the comments. If you've already tried any of these foods and noticed a difference, do share your experience. That's how we all learn and motivate each other. And don't forget, if you found this helpful, give that like button a tap, subscribe to stay in the loop whenever I post more tips, and share this with someone in your life who might be struggling with low energy or nagging joint pain.